Hello, my friends. So today we will discuss some interesting topics. Why I think it's calm before the storm. There's like four different subjects I want to discuss, possibly five. One is prophecy that is talking about this year, what this year will bring. A second one is we will discuss just touch base on what's going on right now. And the third one, I will discuss the four horsemen from Revelation. And the last one is just a little funny thing that you want to hear probably. I'll have a link below as well so you can double check for yourself. But I just found it interesting, funny, and I think you'll find it as kind of funny as well. So let's stay tuned. Okay, so let's begin. The first one, why do I think it's a calm before the storm? If we look around ourselves, if we look at the news, not all media sources, let's say that, and if we kind of looked at everything that's going on, we may feel that it's kind of pretty quiet. It's very nice. Um, I don't read the news to tell you the truth, so to me, everything seems perfect. Um, in my neighborhood where I live, everything seems to be fine. There's no pandemic, there's no problems. Everything is working, everything is open. And if you don't look at the news, which tells you that, yeah, there's a lot of people still sick and there's still things going around and there's still lots of requirements and mandates going around. Well, actually, I just heard recently, I think a few days ago, that the ruling for all employees who have 100 employees or more to have a mandate for requirement of the shot, it didn't go through, I believe. I think it fell apart or they ruled against it. So it's not a law. But to take where I'm trying to get, it just everything seems very nice right now. It's like calming down after the holidays. Everybody are in a good mood. To me, at least, if I don't look at the news and if I don't read any negative stories, to me, everything seems like it's getting better now. But if you don't follow the news, or if you like more like of a Christian and you pray more and you have prophecies at your church, then you will know it's a calm before the storm. Of course, people were talking about food shortages last year, which kind of the prices went a bit higher, but we didn't see as they were predicting. So the what's going on right now, they're stating it still can happen this year, but as we look at everything, we look at the prices, we look at different stores. Yes, it is getting higher, the prices, but some items are missing, but a lot of things are still on the shelves, which is a good thing. Um, let's see. So my next step, I will read the prophecies that were given recently for different people. Okay. So the first prophecy had they were saying, do you think the last year was bad? Just wait until you see what this year will bring. And as I was thinking about that, I don't think it has anything to do with pandemic or the sickness or the mandates or requirements. Just like I said earlier, I think it's all getting better now, don't you think? So it must be with something else if the prophecies are stating just wait until you see what happens this year. Okay, so here's the real prophecy. I'm going to read it to you word by word. My children, you are entering a year of great changes. Many great shakings will happen all around the earth. Everything will change so fast, and news will come on top of each other, on top of the news, and your mind will be shaken. The laws will be taken against my people, against people who know the truth. That was one prophecy. And another prophecy that I came about is it says, "Oh, hear my people. It is a time for fasting and prayer. A hard year is coming. You will only win on your knees in fasting and prayer. You need to be strong. Oh, why are your knees shaking? Start praying and fasting, so the plans of the evil one will not come true. He wants to destroy your children, but I will protect you. If you pray and fast, come together in strength. Do not be afraid. Do not let your knees be shaken from the things that are coming. A time is coming you won't be able to leave your house. You won't be able to gather in churches and see each other. Live in love, stay in me, for I am love. Love your enemies. A time will come you'll have to feed your enemies. There will be a calling home for many people, and many people will leave this earth. Amen. So those are the two prophecies that I were reading recently came into my views, and both of them are talking about a hard year that is coming, and they're saying if you think last year was hard, just wait until this one. So that's why I'm calling this video a calm before the storm, because the prophecies are stating it's going to be a hard year. But if you kind of live where I live and you think everything is perfectly fine and everything is like, I feel like I'm like in a little cocoon, nothing is happening, everything is perfectly fine, and not on read the news. So yeah, I feel like there's nothing happening, nothing is coming. What are you talking about? But if you listen to the prophecies, yes, something is happening, something is coming. I'm not sure if you heard about Russia having some kind of meeting with um, European nations to find like a common ground on peace and safety, and then like they couldn't find an agreement. I know they were trying to sign an agreement about peace and not to be able to use nuclear weapons, but then he was like the Russia was trying to um I guess they were trying to find some kind of agreement, but they couldn't do it. Like it wasn't like as planned. So now they're stating that Russia is trying to do some kind of agreement with China, and then the United Nations is kind of upset about it. But I'm not really sure how that will play into this year. The only thing I can tell you is if we look at the four horsemen, the four horsemen kind of shows what will happen next. The first horseman is white, and it's he is here to conquer. He has a bow and a crown, and people state it's the pandemic. It's here to conquer, and that was the past 2 years. The next horse is red, and it has a sword the horseman has a sword. It's portraying that it will be bloodshed and war. And the third horseman is black, and he has a balance scale, like he's holding it. And their state is famine. There will be not enough food to eat. And the last horseman is pale, and it portrays death. It destroys everything after that. So basically, the first horseman has already passed. He may be still lingering here and there. He's he's still here, of course. But the second horseman has entered the picture. He is red, he has a sword, and he is talking about war. And when it does happen, nobody will be prepared for it. It will be very unexpected and very sudden. And of course, after the war, I'm not sure which country or who will be involved, but they're stating there could be three different countries. Um, the Black Horsemen will enter, and that will be after the war will be famine. And of course, the Pale Horseman is only after everything is here, everything is done. There'll be some kind of either up. Look, imagine if you have nothing to eat and drink, everything will be poisoned. What will happen next? There'll be a lot of people dying. So that was just different thoughts I had, and it's good to kind of course, that prophecy I was reading about. It's good to pray and to fast. Possibly God will prevent and not let anything happen to where you live. It's good to hear what God has to say to you specifically. If He has you to move someplace, if He wants you to do something else, something different. So the video here is for you to start praying and fasting, because hard year is coming. This will be a hard year. Hopefully, like me, you are in a little cocoon and you feel safe and you feel great, nothing is happening, and nothing hopefully will happen to us. But um, if the laws change, and they could change, then things may change too. But if there's going to be a sudden war, then it will be very upsetting to many people and very scary for many, which I'm sure you'll understand if something like that happens. So my fourth item that I want to discuss is there was a video my husband was showing me. It was made November of 2020, and he was talking to Alexa. Yeah, that's why I said it's funny. He said, Alexa, what kind of year is this, 2020? And she was saying, if you think 2020 is hard, just wait until you get to 2022, to February 22nd at 2:22 a.m. Then you'll know what hard is. Yeah, is that funny or what? I'll try to link it below for you so you can take a look at it. It's just kind of weird. How can they say that, and why would they say that? I mean, it's a computer, of course, but are they trying to predict something? Hope not. But if something does happen that day, who knows? But hopefully not. Hopefully everything will be perfectly fine and we're going to be safe and we'll be in a good position. So pray, fast, do not be scared, live in love, for God is love. Take care, my friends. Stay well.